welcome back to my channel. I'm Emily, aka the Ginger Fringe. I make pregnancy content now, lifestyle content, home, a little bit of everything. Please do like and subscribe, and I'm the Ginger Fringe over on Instagram as well, so go and give me a follow. I did very temporarily last week get rid of the Ginger Fringe, and I was just going to go with my name, and then probably 5 or 6 people said, why did you do that? Because I really liked the Ginger Fringe, and actually it does have a very special place in my heart, and I've been the Ginger Fringe for years and years. Have one, am one, it's back. Forget about last week, it was just a blip. This week I wanted to share with you some of the items that really helped me out through those first few months. For me, I literally found out I was pregnant, and then the next day it was like a switch had switched and I suddenly had all these pregnancy symptoms, and really the main few for me were constant nausea. There was some sickness, but it was mostly just feeling sick, like I was about to be sick. This whole morning sickness thing is a myth. I felt very shortchanged by that because it wasn't just morning sickness or morning nausea. It was morning, noon and night from when I woke up until when I went to bed. Plus I had really bad headaches. I felt really tired. Lots of different people experience lots of different symptoms, and I know a lot of people have it a lot worse, but I did find those first few months quite tricky. I'm actually still using a lot of the items in this video because I still need them and I find them really helpful. So I thought I'd share them with you in case they help any of you. Without further ado, let's move on to item number 1. The Beast. I actually have my mum to thank for this coming into my life. So my mum's been raving about her Beast for ages. It's just a stainless steel tumbler, and you can get them on Amazon. I will link it down below, and it holds 800ml. And if you did want to go even more super size, then they do have this in the 1 litre version as well. It keeps your drinks hot or cold, and there's nothing really more motivating to make you drink water than it being cold, because there's nothing really worse than warm water. I find it's not very appealing. Since being pregnant, I have been so thirsty and I've drunk so much more. You don't see me anywhere in this house without this next to me now. It comes with a stainless steel straw as well, and it has a lid which you can have on or off. They come in all different colours. I've got it in sand. Louis's got the khaki version because he's got one as well. The other just final good thing about this is I did always used to have, because I work from home, I don't always want to be traipsing downstairs. I always used to have like really big water bottles. I find after a while they go a bit gross. You end up with black stuff in the rim and in the silicone seals and stuff. This just feels so much more hygienic and clean. So this. Yeah, I really recommend it. Come on then. Here he comes. Right, so item number 2 is these. So these are Myrtle and Maud Queasy Days bonbons, and this is what they look like. I got them as part of a set. They come with anti-nausea tea bags, acupressure wristbands, and something else that I can't remember. But by far and away the best product in the entire set is these bonbons. So they're a little bit like little drops of Kendall mint cake. So they look like this. There's sugar, glucose syrup, peppermint oil, and then vitamin B6. They are really handy to have next to your bed for when you wake up, because if, like me, you experience like instant nausea the second you wake up, then you just want something quickly. Now, some days I would like try and have a ginger nut biscuit or something, and it helps a little bit, but nothing really quite hit the spot or made me feel as good as those did. And I think I figured it out. So the reason that you feel the worst first thing in the morning is because it's been such a long time since you last ate, so your blood sugar drops. Now these, they're literally just sugar, so it's just a really quick way to get your blood sugar levels back up again, and it just quells that nausea. Still point number 2, but I'm just going to sneak in a couple of extra things that I did find that helped with the nausea. So ginger nut biscuits, as I mentioned, like they're really handy, especially sort of later in the day. Something magical about ginger just helps with nausea. It's well documented. Lots of people will recommend ginger products for when you're feeling sick. And even more on that note, we get these sweets from the Chinese supermarket. They're like sucky sweets. They're sort of like, they look like Werther's Originals, and they're called ginger coconut candy. I'm sure you can buy them online. If you can, I'll link them down below. Having those to just suck on throughout the day when I'm feeling unwell is perfect. I always thought with pregnancy sickness I would want savoury crackers and things like that, but I have honestly found that actually something just small and sugary has been the best thing to really fix it, and I think it's again to do with that blood sugar dropping. But finally, the other really handy thing is always making sure I had sucky sweets in the car, because since being pregnant my travel sickness has been a lot worse, so I recommend those as well. So item number 3, we're in my lounge now because that's where I keep this item. So this item is the Day by Day pregnancy book. This I bought on the recommendation of a friend. The reason being, the first 12 weeks are quite anxiety filled. The time seems to just crawl by because you're waiting to tell people, you're waiting to have confirmation that this baby's going to be a baby. So what I found really amazing about this was every single day I could look in there and it gives you an update on your baby and its development. It's literally day by day, so there is one page to read every single day, day by day. The clue is really in the name. What? Anyway, it was really handy. Like, there's a lot of stuff you'll remember from like GCSE science and stuff, but also so much stuff that you would not know. And I felt like I learned a lot, and it was just really reassuring to me to know what was going on with my baby's development, and also to know things like, you know, what are normal changes that are happening to your body. It's got like sections where it says, you know, ask a midwife or hear from the point of view of a mother or a father. And then it's got like nutritionist information. It's just got a little bit of everything in here, and I found it really helpful. It used to live next to my bed, and literally I'd wake up in those first 12 weeks. I'm a bit less obsessive about it now. I'd wake up in those first 12 weeks every single morning and I'd just read the page and I'd tell Louie, and it was like a nice way to get excited about the baby. You don't feel the baby moving or anything, so it's just a nice way to sort of bring you closer to what's actually going on. That book I really recommend. This book I bought and I haven't used it once because I really think I had ambitions of being this really active pregnant woman, and that I'd be like exercising, going to the gym, lifting weights. I haven't done it once. I literally have not done a single workout from this book, and it was a complete waste of money. But hey ho, I'm sure that wouldn't be the same for a lot of you, but I just did not feel well enough, and I've started to feel a bit better and I still haven't really done anything. The best I'm managing is a walk. It's all a bit pathetic really. I do need to sort it out. But yeah, just thought I'd show you night and day. Not everything you buy you're going to use, so hopefully this video is useful for that reason, if not any others. Next thing, pregnancy apps. Now, I'm not going to be really specific and nail this down to just one app because there are a few that I found really useful. My favourite has been the Pregnancy Plus app. It looks like this. So I'm 17 weeks and 5 days. Yeah, just checking. And what it does is it's really sweet. So you can see the size of the baby. So you can like turn the baby around, and then if you go back all through the weeks, you can see how big the baby was. You can skip ahead as well to see what your baby will look like at a certain number of weeks. And the further on you get, the more of the screen the baby fills, which I just think is really sweet. What else is really helpful is if you click on here where it says you're in your second trimester, or I'm in my second trimester, you can sort of see a timeline of what to expect, and it will give you a window between this week and this week is when you're likely to have your first scan, your second scan, any anomaly testing, etc, etc. And it tells you even really nice things like, okay, this is when the baby can recognize your voice. This is when other people will be able to feel the baby kick through your belly. Belly is not a nice word. I wish I'd have picked a different one. And then all of this stuff like, oh look, go to your antenatal class, prepare the nursery, get your birth plan ready, your hospital bag ready, and things like that. Again, really helpful if, like me, you like a little bit of control and you like to have a good grasp on a situation and to be able to look ahead to plan. And then every single day you'll get like a couple of articles to read. Some of them are more helpful than others, but it's just a nice little thing. Again, I would typically do this when I first wake up in the morning, especially in those first 12 weeks. One of my favourite features on the app is the baby size app. So at the moment my baby is apparently the size of a pomegranate, but if you go through you can see it was an orange, an avocado, a pear, and that was just a really sweet thing that I really clung on to those first 12 weeks, and it helps to make it real, helps you to visualize what's going on inside. You can do it in different measures as well, so mine's in fruit, but you can do it by animals. Apparently mine's the size of a hedgehog. Didn't know that because I only ever look at the fruit. Or sweets, so I've got a slice of cake as well at the moment. The other thing is you can put your baby names in. So this is where I'm documenting my list of boys and girls names. So I'm not going to show you that obviously, but you can do that as well. Finally, on this app You can also put pictures of your bump if you want to track that. I've been really bad with that. I think because I've had quite bad body image, I have not taken really any pictures of my bump or me, which I think I may well end up regretting, because I would probably like to look back on them, especially in future pregnancies and stuff, but I just haven't done it, and I feel like it's a bit too late to sort of start now, but we'll see. There's lots of other stuff on the app. I'd say that the Pregnancy Plus app is the most comprehensive, but other good apps are things like Baby Centre, Bounty, Emma's Diary, Mum and Baby, etc. Actually, Emma's Diary, that's quite a good one because you can get loads of like exclusive offers on things like pushchair bundles, which is necessary because they are very expensive. To give you an example, I went into Mamas and Papas and we looked at this sort of bundle set that we were interested in getting, £1,500. The same bundle but with more stuff. Now I haven't really looked into the reviews of the products and stuff, but to give you an idea, it was originally 1,000 and something and then reduced down to 730 just because of the coupon that you got exclusively on the app. So it's definitely worth having to look out for things like that. The other good thing about Emma's Diary is just for having the app, you get a free mum-to-be pack. You go into Boots or Argos, show them the app. There's like a little coupon thing that you have to click on when you get to the till because it lasts for 5 minutes. And then they just give you this bag and it's just got free stuff in it. And it's like only little things like Sudocrem samples and Pregnacare vitamins and stuff. But I mean, even those, they're quite expensive. That's quite a handy thing to have. And it's all free and it's just nice and it's exciting and you don't know what's going to be in there. So I'm not going to tell you everything that's in there because it's a nice little surprise. It's like getting a party bag at a party. I would say pregnancy apps, one of my real kind of things that kept me going through the first 12 weeks because you just want every day like to be the next day and the next day and the next day until you get to 12 weeks. So it's a really nice way to kind of keep tracking it, I found. Last but not least, and excuse the bending over, this is just so that I can demonstrate the last thing to you. Maternity leggings. So don't wait until you're showing to buy these is my recommendation. So there may be no outward sign of baby yet, but the bloat is real in those first 12 weeks and beyond actually. There is a lot of stuff going on in your body. There's a lot of things moving around, shifting about, making room, and I've never experienced bloating like it. My whole digestive system just slowed down and I just felt very big. So it was really hard around sort of week 10. I was like, have I got a bump? Is it bloat? I was kind of celebrating what I had like a bump because I was thinking even if it is just bloat, it's actually because of the baby. So, you know, I don't know, I was celebrating it, but just don't feel like you have to wait to have a bump because you will feel the benefits of them immediately because of the bloat. So I'm going to show you mine. Mine come up here like this high. So you can see, like I've got a bit of a bump, obviously, because I'm quite far along, well, far-ish along now. But what's really good about them is they don't just cut you across in the middle, which means they're much more comfortable when you're bloated, when you have a bump, all the way through. And I actually genuinely don't think I'm going to go back to having normal leggings even after the baby. So that is my final item for you. I'm like really crouching now and for some reason out of breath. Pathetic. So I'm going to wrap it up there. But those are my first trimester favourites. If you use any of these things and they change your life like they did for me, let me know because I would literally love to hear it. I really hope you found this useful. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Drop me a comment, let me know what you've used, what you found useful, if I left anything out. And yeah, come back next week. Have a nice life and stuff. I'm really good at outros. Bye!